On some level, you might consider today's item the classic Mexican comfort food. Crispy shell beef and potato tacos. Oh, damn. You know they sell taco shells, crispy, pre-formed, in a box, in a bag, in the store. And they're fine in an inch pay, but you can make them. And I think you should make them because honestly, they're just better. There's no preservatives, there's nothing. So we're gonna do that. But to go in, we're gonna make some little baby, tiny, crispy, super flavorful potatoes to go with the ground beef inside. And then the usual suspects, the lettuce, the cheese, the tomato, the blah, 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 the blah. Good boys?
Yeah.
Good boys. They are good boys most of the time. Okay, we'll start with the potatoes. Here we are. Those are potatoes. This is water. This is a knife. This is a peeler.
Those are gardeners.
Those are gardeners. Yeah, okay. So ends off. Now we peel like this. I don't think I need to show anybody how to peel, or do I?
No, we don't shoot in the turbine of an airplane engine. It's just gardeners.
And by the way, we recognize that the gardeners are much louder to our ears than yours, but it still bothers us, especially Max. He's very sensitive. When he was a little boy, he had sensitive ears, and apparently he still does. So peel away like this. Great. Couple little bits, eyes and whatever that nonsense is called, it's fine. And we take this guy and our knife, and we want to cut in even, what is that, eighth of an inch? I don't know what that even is. But we always tell you, items cut at the same size, cook at the same time, and that is our goal here, always, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this piece of potato is not going to cook the same time as this piece of potato. So try and get them the same. So once you've got these like this, then we can cut into long planks, because I do want these guys to be fairly small. And then this. And this now will go in this bowl of cold water. We're going to get the excess starch off it. This kid we don't need, this kid we don't need. And we'll repeat with this guy right here. So a quick peel. All right, we'll give him a little mush around in here, and then we'll put him in boiling water. Here we go. And with that water drained, in we go. Just like this. Our goal here is to cook these about halfway. You know, normally, if we were gonna make like mashed potatoes, you would cook these so that you could put a fork or a knife all the way through them very easily. But because we're gonna cook them in a pan after, we don't want to finish them here. So they're small. Look, depending on the size of your cuts and the ferocity of your water boiling or simmering or whatever, that's probably, I'm thinking these are gonna be 5 minutes. That's what I think. We'll test them in a couple and we'll see where we're at, but we don't want to overdo this part, do we?
No.
Thank you, boys. So our potatoes are here. Well, they're where I think they should be, and let me show you what that means. Is if you do this and you poke in, you're not going all the way through. You're going about a third of the way. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what I want. So let's drain these guys. These I don't want wet. So shake them off, give them a second or so.
You don't want them whap, whap, whap?
Then we're gonna put them back in our bowl from whence they came, like this.
Go back from whence you came.
Now we add a couple things. We're gonna add a nice glug or two of avocado oil, good pinch of kosher salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and some smoked paprika for color and deliciousness, and we'll mix gently. Superb, superb, superb. Boys, you know what's next?
Getting them hot?
These things go in a pan and we get them crispy, and they're gonna be a 10. Let's do that. So using our fancy new induction burner, we'll give it a little shot of oil, avocado. Neutral oil for those that aren't in the know yet, and you will be if you watch this long enough. And when it's hot enough, let's see. Hear that? How's that sound? Sound good?
Yes.
Let's throw them in. Gorgeous. Oh, the color's amazing. That's why you wanted to add that smoked paprika. The smell is kind of insane right here. And now we just continue to mix and let these get crispy. Flatten out the layer as much as you can. And just let them start to get a little color. You know, let them do their thing.
Oh, we know.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. So the last time we'd used this, I told you the one thing I don't like about induction burners is that when you take the pan off, it turns itself off. It's only on when there's a connection between the pan and the cooktop itself. So if you like to lift the pan and flip it, that's a little, a little much. It's not gonna work that well.
Key pan that only has the connection when you
But you actually don't need to lift the pan. It's just the wrist action. If you just do it.
It's all in the wrist.
It's in the wrist.
It's all in the wrist. Who knows that?
Chance does, I'm sure. No? Well,
Before
I'm
his
certainly
time,
not.
but all my friends know.
Okay, so now let it just cook away, get some crisp on the bottom.
If you know what I was doing there, you better say it in the comments.
Smell this, lads?
It smells amazing.
How good is that? You see this? That's it. This little burn crisp, that's what you want. Flatten, 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 and leave. Flatten, leave, stir. Flatten, leave, stir. That's the process. And when the cholo squintly, I mean potatoes, are gorgeously brown, little burned edges and crispy, we take them off, put them in our little pan to set aside. Oh, come on. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. All right. Now, on to the beef. Well, using the oil that's already there, put some onions in. Just, I don't know, a quarter of a yellow onion should be just fine. Let it just start to soften a wee bit. And add a tad bit more oil because we have the beef coming. And by beef, I mean a pound of ground beef, your choice, any kind. And we'll start with a little salt and pepper and just start to break it up. I can see I'll be changing to a wooden spoon in about 10 seconds. Like now. It's just, that other guy was too wibbly. You want to break this up. You don't want 2-ounce chunks in your taco. You want it all broken up very nicely. So just do this. You know how to do this. Everybody knows how to do this. I'll say this, what is nice about this little induction burner is it gives you an exact heat number. You want 350 for this kind of cooking, you get 350. You want 480, you get 480. Almost done. These things heat up super quick. All right, so now we'll add a couple other seasonings. One is a little cumin, because I do love my cumin. The other will be a little oregano. We already have salt and pepper. We'll mix. Next, one of the things I like to do when I'm making ground beef like this for a taco or quesadilla or tostada or whatever, I like to add some moisture because this will be fine like right this minute, but in a half an hour off the heat, it's gonna dry and I won't be loving that. So now we'll add some beer and maybe 3 or 4 ounces. And this will just start to seep its way in, get sucked into this beef. It will bubble a little bit, but it's just gonna be a nice little taste add for us. And while that's happening, we'll stir in for a little beautiful smoky heat. Oh, about a tablespoon or so of minced chipotle peppers. Max, your face is about 1.5 feet away. How is that smelling?
Unbelievable.
It really is, right? So this just mixes through, and now we're gonna wait till most of this liquid evaporates. Let that simmer away for just a couple of minutes. Okay, look, most of the liquid's gone. We're ready to move on to the crispy tacos. By the way, I added another tablespoon of the chipotle because it wasn't quite there for me. So let's get rid of this, start the crispy tortillas. With our oil at 350 degrees, we take a corn tortilla. There's an inside and there's an outside. The outside is recognized by its bumpier surface. This is smoother in here. So watch how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put this kit in to about the halfway point. And I'm not gonna want bubbles. So as they happen, I'm gonna try and give them a little push down. Very nice, very nice. Just starting to get some color. And when it does, we go to this other side. And again, don't want those holes. So if you give them a little break, the oil will cook all the way in as opposed to the inside not having any crisp to it. And you can see, you can get the idea right here. What we're looking for is a crispy taco shell shape. So you'll do this a couple times. I've got about 1/2 inch of oil in here. It's at 350, exactly at 350, by the way, because of this induction burner that we have here. And I think we would all recognize what a crispy tortilla should look like. And you can see now, apart from my little rip, it's holding its shape. It's looking quite pretty. I'm comfortable with this. I love what's happening here. I can't stop talking for some reason. What drug does this?
Cocaine?
No.
Not that I would know.
No, what's that dance one or something? No, that's ecstasy. So listen. I don't know if you can hear that.
You're too busy dancing to be talking.
That doesn't happen?
Not that I would know.
Okay, so let's take this guy, bring him over here. We'll put him on our rack. We'll leave him like that, and we'll go again. Start off halfway in. This is the smooth side. We'll call that now the inside. And we'll take these tongs and push down. I have a spoon here that might work. The sun is changing, ladies and gentlemen, and we are struggling today. So look, you can see this is not a big deal. But now I want this tortilla, this tongs back to do that side. It's this simple. All right, so now that you can see how this is happening, we've got our system down, and I'll make a few more. All right, we're ready to build. I've got the beef back on the heat just for a second. Gonna add my potato now. Fantastic. Bring it just back up to nice temperature. Crispy little potatoes. Oh, it's gonna be so good. All right, I'm taking this off and we're building. Here's how this nonsense goes down. We take our shell. Ready for this? Fantastico. And a little sour cream, because that's a key ingredient to this. Now, the only problem with this, as we've all suffered through before, is that the crispy shell, when you get it crispy the way you want, it doesn't really open up all that well. So you gotta deal with it, and that's okay. Another spoon right here, and our filling. This Chipotle beef with the beer and these little potatoes in here. Oh, damn. I'm telling you, if you could smell what was going on right here, you'd jump through that screen right now. Of course, we need some cheese. Let me just push this over. Just like that. Fantastic. And then lettuce goes next. Nice, crispy, cool. Just cram it. Just cram the shit in there. That's great. And finally, a little crush of tomato on top. It's classic. You know, this looks like the package mix that you get with those shells. But you know that sucks, and this is absolutely not gonna suck. Should we take a bite and find out? Who doesn't want to be me right now? I only mean with what I'm eating, not... All right, come on. Give me a break. All right, everything, starting on the outside, the shell, the beef, still tender, still moist, still delicious because of the beer. It's got that little kick from the Chipotle, and then just everything, the cool lettuce, the tomato. Every part of this old school crispy beef taco is insanely delicious. Will you make this? Look me right in the eyes right now and go, Sam, I'm gonna make this. Some of you did, and I applaud you for that. And for those of you that didn't, I want you to just give it a little more time and think about it and then do it, all right? I want you to make your own shells, and if you don't, that's fine. I just want you to eat better. That's our goal here. Right, boys?
Right.
From all of us here in San Diego, California, we bid you adieu.
Shouldn't it be hasta luego?
Probably.